Welcome back, everyone. It's your coach, Blake of the Black Faker here, and today we're going to be going over demotion. There's two different kinds of demotions. One of them is demotions. One of the demotions is that you're unlucky, and the other is that you maybe need some help. And so today we're going to figure out which ones you might be struggling with and talk about how to overcome both of them. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to be talking about the two different kinds of demotions. The first one being that you're just unlucky. It's basically saying, you got a string of unlucky games. You've been at 0 LP and you lost 5 in a row. If you guys didn't know, when you promote from 3 to 1, within the 3 to 1 range, you get 5 games to play before you demote. And then as far as when you promote to the 4s, being knocked down to the 1, it takes a long time, but you'll see a yellow triangle near your rank if you're coming close, and then it'll be red if you're super close. So those are two things to kind of just pay attention to when you're playing as 4s, or when you promote and you're wondering if you're going to demote. So how do you know if you're unlucky? Well, the thing is, if you're unlucky, you start losing, what you want to do is just take a break from league. If you lose twice in a row, I always say just take a break from league and come back another day. I know some of you guys can't play all the time, so I recommend just playing another game or logging onto another account, stuff like that. If you really want to make sure that you are getting the most out of your games, because you don't want to lose 5, demote, maybe even lose more, and then have to come back the next day or the next time you play and then have to climb all the way back up from where you did again. Just stop while you're ahead and just chill out. It usually cures it, but I don't know what it is. Sometimes you're just in like a weird time zone where everybody at that moment is just terrible. As an example, I was playing yesterday, and all my teammates, all 4 of them, were just like bad, just beyond bad. And I was thinking, I was like, what is going on here? There's a difference between being like just having a bad game and then just not even being at that skill level. So I stopped, and then you come back and then you're all good, you're ready to go, you're starting to climb again. So if it is that when you stop and come back and you start winning again, there you go. Sometimes it just takes you to get out of that time zone. Maybe you're playing at night and people at night are just sleepy or tired or drunk or whatever. I'm under some type of influence, or maybe you're playing in the morning and you haven't eaten anything yet, or you haven't had your daily nutrition, just little stuff like that, where little small things can ruin your play or impact how you play, even though you're not really paying too much attention to it. Now, as far as demoting when you're when you think you're playing poorly, because just because you're losing doesn't mean you're playing poor, and just because you're winning doesn't mean you're getting better. And you really have to stay kind of true to that. You really have to understand, like, sometimes you could be winning on like a 5-game win streak, 10-game win streak, and that doesn't mean you're getting better. It just means you could be getting lucky. You could be having teammates that are actually just going even, and you're able to carry that, but not able to carry a game where your teammates are actually doing poor. Little stuff. I'm not saying that if you are going on win streaks, you're not good. You could be getting better. I'm just saying, don't always think that's the case, because you don't always want to think it's the case that when you're losing, it's only because you're getting worse. That's just not the case. So to tell if you're actually like just unlucky or not, you want to kind of see how you're demoting. Some players demote and they promote, and then they just keep promoting, and then they go on about their lives. Some people promote, demote, promote, demote, promote, demote, and they usually get around a certain cusp of LP before they start going down, and then they'll start to demote. I used to actually be like this a long time ago, and then obviously certain points within my life of playing League of Legends, there are moments where you promote and then you can get like 30 LP or something like that, and then you just start tanking and you demote, and then you climb all the way back up to that thing again and demote. And it's usually the same bracket. It's around 40 to 60, maybe 20 to 40. You know your bracket. And if you feel like that sounds like something that you experience, it could possibly just be because you're at the plateau. You're at the area that you're only capable of climbing, and that's where you seek help, whether it be through me, whether it be through a video, YouTube videos and whatnot. However you want to see help, online, whatever, that's when you need to be able to approach the situation like, okay, I'm not good enough right now. What can I do to become better? Because that's the problem with me right now. Like I said, there's a difference between just being unlucky and then promoting and, you know, continuing about your gameplay. And then it's a difference between demoting and promoting, demoting and promoting, demoting and promoting. You demote and you instantly get right back up to the rank, and then you climb to that 20 or 30 LP, and then you demote again and instantly get right back to that rank. And, you know, you see that kind of rotation, and that type of thing tells you that you're basically where you need to be, you're basically plateauing, and that's when you need to get some help. So this is really just like a short video. I just kind of wanted to help you guys understand. There's a lot of students that have been doing poor, and, you know, it's unlucky. Then there's students that have problems, and then they come to me, and when we get those sorted out, and then they start climbing again. And it's just really important to know which one you are, so that you can stay more enlightened, you can stay more humble to your gameplay, and you can basically focus on what you need to do to climb, because it's basically on you. I said basically like 3 times. It's just on you compared to, you know, oh, I'm just getting unlucky, that's all right. The last thing you want to do is be oblivious to the fact that you need to improve, because then it's just that much harder for you to get better. That's that much harder for you to improve. And as I said before, you know, if you guys haven't joined my server, please feel free to do so. You're assigned to a role, ask the role any questions. I pop in from time to time. Other players that are familiar with your role will also help you. I plan to do events again, like I said. Once again, thank you Patreons. If you guys want to be a Patreon, link in the description below. But thank you Patreons for supporting me. You guys are the reason why I can do these videos. You guys are the reason why I can start doing events again, while I'm able to do the giveaways. So if that's something you want to be a part of and help me be able to successfully manage to do these type of events and keep making these videos and this content for you guys that you guys are enjoying, then feel free to look at some of the bundles down below in the description on my Patreon. So thank you guys for approaching this like a coach. I appreciate it. I hope you guys get better. If you guys have any questions, of course, just message me and we'll get it squared away. Thank you guys for watching. And once again, like I said before, thank you guys for approaching this like a coach.